What's up everybody, it is I, Hero Ranger, and welcome back to my Pokemon Go PvP Beginner's Guide, episode number 2. Today we're gonna talk about which Pokemon to power up, or like basically figuring out which one to power up, because if you watched my episode number 1, right there, okay, check it out, you now know which Pokemon are the best for the Great League. But the question now is, what if you have multiple copies of these Pokemon? Which one do you power up, right? So the situation is, what if you have 3 Pikachu and you're trying to figure out which one do I invest in? Which one do I put Stardust in? Which one do I evolve into a Raichu for Pokemon Go PvP? Which one do I set up with a second charge attack, right? So, looking at these Pikachu, they're adorable, right? Yes, they are. They're very adorable. But there's slight differences. Now, if you take a good look at this guy here on the left, right? This Pikachu right here, okay? What do you see? Take a good look at him. You'll see that he's a little bit angry, right? He's a little bit angry. Yes? Yes. He looks like he's about to punch the other two, okay? And actually, if you take a look at his stats, you'll see that he only has attack IVs, okay? He's got 15 attack IVs, no defense, no stamina. Now, if you take a look at the Pikachu over on the other side, what does he look like? He looks like he's saying, bring it on, bro. Go ahead, punch me in the face. I can take it. What? He wants you to punch him in the face, okay? Well, he wants this guy to punch him in the face. But he looks like he can take a hit, okay? So, actually, if you look at his stats, he's mostly bulk. He's just no attack, but he's got defense plus stamina. Now, in the center of this graphic is a Pikachu who's like, chill, guys. We don't have to fight. Okay, what do we have to fight? It's okay, man. The sky is blue, the grass is green, and the grass is much greener where he's standing, because he's actually your treasure. He is a hundo. He's a perfect Pikachu. He knows that he'll never get transferred into Candy, so he's like, you know, chill. Alright, so you have 3 Pikachu, but you only have Stardust for 1 Raichu, plus you only need 1 Raichu, right, for PvP. Which one do you power up? Do you power up the hundo? Do you power up the defense-oriented one? Do you power up this attack-oriented one? This right here is the answer to all of our questions, guys. Well, actually, we only have 1 question. Yes. Alright, but it's gonna answer it, and answer it really well, okay? This is the Go Stadium PvP IV checker, and I will link this in the pinned comment. Make sure to bookmark it. This is very important for you to have. Alright, so I'm gonna show you how to use this website, okay? So first things first, input the Pokemon. We were looking for Raichu, right? Because we wanted to evolve our Pikachu into a Raichu, but yes, we want to check the stats for Raichu, okay? So yeah, Raichu, right here, very important, right? You want to make it Wild Catch. Make sure that it's on Wild Catch. Now, there is an exception to this thing, right? Wild Catch, but we'll talk about it later, alright? But yeah, for the most part, make sure Wild Catch, alright? Now, finally, input the stats. So let's go for the Hundo Raichu, okay? 15, and then just hit view stats. As you can see, it lights up, plus it gives you a bunch of numbers. And don't freak out, the only number you have to look at, right, the only one is this one right here, okay? The max stat percent. Now, this number right here represents how good your Raichu is, or how good your Pikachu is compared to all the other Pikachu out there, right? Different IV combinations, okay? And the thing is, right underneath it, you'll see 100%. You'll see the 100%, the best of the best Pikachu, which is actually a 0, 15, 14. And so going back to our example, you now know that the best of the best Pikachu that you can have for PvP is that one right there, the 0, 15, 14, the guy who's like, come at me, bro. And this right here is the general rule for picking which Pokemon to power up. There are going to be exceptions, we'll talk about them, but yes, the general rule is you want more defense, more stamina, and less attack, okay? Very important. High defense, high stamina, less attack. Now, I know this question's gonna pop up, right? What if I don't have this perfect 0, 15, 14? What if I have something pretty close, but not there, okay? Let's see. 3, 15, 15. Let's say you have that, right? Check it, okay? It's a 98.73. So, you know, that's perfect. Use it, that's fine. Is it just based off this light? Does it just have to be green? No, actually, honestly, I think that if you have something like 96.5 and above, that's fine. That's a lot of IV combinations, trust me. You're gonna find something that is around there, okay? 96.5 and above, fine. What do you mean by that, Vange? I think it's fine. How do you actually quantify, objectively know that this Pokemon is better than this Pokemon, or how much of a difference, right? This right here is the answer to that question, okay? And this is the second link in the pinned comment, okay? So yeah, bookmark it because we're gonna talk about this thing extensively in future episodes. Okay, so let me teach you how to use this, alright? Input the Pokemon. Raichu. I can spell. And then what you want to do is you want to go advanced, and then you want to set the stats. Now let's say we were testing one of your Pokemon, right? Let's say I don't know, off the top of my head, 1, 13, 14. It's pretty close, right? Pretty close, okay? Make sure that the CP is not over 1,500 because, okay, Great League. Okay, how do you do this? How do you change it? You just fiddle around with the level here. Okay, 26. That's perfect. 1498. Okay. Now on the other side, you want to test it against the perfect Raichu because you wanna see, is there a difference between my Raichu and the perfect Raichu, right? So that's what you want to quantify. So very easy, just hit maximize and it'll give you the perfect Raichu, the 0, 15, 14. Now, since we just want to test out stat difference, right? You want to make sure that the charge attacks are empty and the fast attack is the same, right? So same fast attack, no charge attacks. Why no charge attacks? Because there's a thing in the game called CMP. It's a mechanic that we'll talk about in future episodes, but just know that it's going to mess up this test, okay? So yeah, and so now we're ready, okay? Let's hit battle, and you're going to see that they simultaneous KO. So they both die, okay? And that means that your what was the stats again? 1, 13, 14 Raichu is just as good as this 0, 15, 14. Now let's do another test, okay? What if I have a Hundo? What if I really want to power up my Hundo Raichu Pikachu into a Raichu? Is that gonna do it? Let's see. Okay, 15, 15, 15. Let's lower the level here. 23, 20, let's see, 25. No, that's too much. 24. No, 24. I can type. Yes, that's perfect. Okay, so as you can see, we have the perfect Raichu versus the perfect 15, 15, 15 Raichu. Let's see, is there a difference? Is there a difference? There is. As you can see, the Hundo Raichu is not as good as the Hundo PvP IV Raichu. I'm getting confused. But yes, you don't want to use high IV Pokemon in PvP because there is a difference between them and PvP IV Pokemon. One more test, okay? Let's do it again, but this time with the 1500. Let's increase the level. Is it 25? 26, I guess. 26.5 maybe. It's pretty close, right? Nope, that's too much. Alright, 26. Attack-oriented Raichu versus the perfect 0, 15, 14 Raichu. I am getting confused. My English is just going away. Battle. Is there a difference? There is a much bigger difference. And as you can see, it's much bigger compared to the Hundo earlier. The 15, 15, 15 had the perfect Raichu come out with like 4 HP, I think, right? Yeah. This guy comes out with 10 HP. It's a much bigger difference, so don't use attack-weighted Pokemon for PvP. So now you understand this much better. You understand the general rule, right? More defense, more stamina, less attack, right? And this is not just for beating out other Pikachu, not just for beating out the mirror match. No, okay? Because there are some matchups and you will encounter these matchups, right? There are some matchups against different Pokemon that you win or lose depending on your IVs. Now, I did say that this is just a general rule and that there are exceptions. There are exceptions, guys, okay? You don't just follow, 0, 15, 15, 0, 15, 14, 0, 13, 14 every single time. There's actually some Pokemon that are fantastic when they're hundos. This right here is the best example for this. Medicham, who is fantastic for the Great League, right? Needs to be a hundo. It needs to be 15, 15, 15. Why? Because when he maxes out, his CP is less than 1,500, so you need to maximize those stats, right? Sableye is another example for this. Needs to be a hundo, okay? So there are some Pokemon that need to be 100% to be the best in the Great League. That was the first exception. Now this is a different exception, right? There's some Pokemon like Azumarill that actually need some attack, not the max attack, but some attack. So as you can see, the 100% here needs 8 attack. So 8, 15, 15 is the perfect Azumarill. Here's another Pokemon, Bastiodon, needs 12 attack, 12, 15, 15 for the perfect 100% PvP IV for Great League. Okay, so there's some Pokemon that need some attack. Okay, so that's 2 exceptions, but there's more. There's more, guys. Attack-oriented Pokemon. Is there a use for them? Yes, there's actually some Pokemon that you want to have attack-oriented stats. But the thing is, it's very, very niche, very, very specific. And last season, right? So 8 months, right? I only built one attack-oriented Pokemon, and that was for 1 cup, and I barely used it. So yeah, it's very, very specific. I'll let you know if ever you do need one, right? But for the most part, you don't really have to go looking for it. Just know that sometimes you're gonna need it. So as you can see, there is no overarching law that states that you need to have your stats exactly like this for every single situation, right? But if you don't want to get overwhelmed, if you just want to, start building, right? You follow the general rule. You follow this. If this says you need a hundo, go for the hundo. If this says you need 8 attack, right? 8 attack, go for that as close as you can get it. And if it says 0, 14, 14, go for that, okay? As close as you can get it. At least now you have the tools, you understand how to check your IVs, plus you understand how to check the difference between your Pokemon and the perfect Pokemon, right? So you have everything you need. Last thing that I have to explain about this website here is that this thing sets the floor of the IV combinations, right? I put it on Wild Catch, and I told you to put it on Wild Catch to have all the IV combinations included, right? So that means from 0000 all the what did I say? 000 all the way up to 15, 15, 15. Okay, all those combinations are included, but sometimes it's not applicable to a Pokemon. Which Pokemon? The untradeable ones that come from raids. Example, Deoxys Defense. What else? Some special research Pokemon like what? Jirachi, right? You can't trade them. You can't get 0 IV anything with them, like the floor is 10, right? I think. Now for those Pokemon, you want to make sure to have it on Raid, Hatch, and Research because there's no trading them for lower stats. They have a floor of 10, right? 10, right? Yeah. But Vange, what about the hatches, bro? Egg hatches, man. It just says they're hatch, so shouldn't I put it on hatch? Those have a floor as well. The thing is, egg hatch Pokemon they're usually found in the wild as well, right? That's 1. Plus, you can trade them, okay? So, for lower stats. So, I would still say wild catch, okay? Even if that has a floor, it's still like a possibility to have like a 0 if you trade it to somebody that has like no friendship level with you, right? I think. So basically, just use Raid, Hatch, Research for the untradeable Pokemon that come from these specifically, okay? Jirachi, Mew, what else? Friggin' Deoxys, all of those, okay? Last thing, why do we do this? Why does it even matter, right? It's just a little bit of HP, 10 HP, 4 HP, right? Why do we even need to do this? It doesn't matter. The thing is, if you maximize your stats like this, you hit certain points that let you take 1 less damage per fast attack. Okay? Is that big? Massive. That is massive. Those are called bulk points. Okay, how do you know if you've hit the bulk point? I actually don't know. I don't know how to calculate it myself, but yeah, you hit the bulk points with this. Now, for the attack weighted Pokemon, they have break points, which is the opposite. They do 1 more point of damage per fast attack done to their opponent. It's like another thing, but attack weighted stuff is very, very specific, right? But yes, the defense stuff, very, very important. Now, what if you really can't max out a Pokemon? Let's say it's a rare Pokemon. Let's say Legacy, never coming back ever again. Stone Edge Blaziken, let's say, right? Let's say you have that set up for Great League with horrible stats. Screw it. Nobody cares. Movesets over stats, okay? Movesets over stats every single time. You should trade it to me though. What if your tournament's coming up, you still don't have this Pokemon, it's not Legacy, but you have a really trash one? Power it up. Who cares? Who cares, bro? Minimal difference. It's just whatever, right? Just power it up, win that tournament. The thing is, I don't want you to stress out about this too much, right? Because there's a lot of other stuff that you need to be thinking about for PvP. So yeah, if you can hunt for it, fantastic. If it's something that you can hold off, wait till you get like a better one, right? Fantastic. Get the best, okay? But if it's something that you need right now, tournament this weekend, need to practice type of thing, power it up. Who cares, right? Ball out. Ball out. You'll get the Stardust later. You'll get an upgrade later, I guess. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you learned something. Remember to leave a like, comment down below which one of these you think is the cutest, okay? Left, middle, or right? Alright? Subscribe if you haven't yet. Ding that notification bell. And I'll see you on the next one. I don't know why I said it like that. And I'll see you. Maybe I'll start doing that. Does it sound good? Bye, guys.